Good morning and welcome to your Sunday morning news. Our top story this morning asks the question, can you be good without God? The National Human Reason Society would say yes. They've sponsored a series of billboards and advertisements to promote their idea. The billboards have sparked protest and controversy everywhere they've gone up. Some see them as an attack on faith. The billboards, shown here, say things like, "Don't believe in God? You are not alone." "Are you good without God?" Millions are. "In good we trust." This is a suggestion to replace the motto on our U.S. currency. No God, no problem. Be good for goodness sake. And finally, want a better world? Prayer not required. For more on this story, we go to our field reporter, Morgan Rivera.
Thanks, Vicki. Is faith in God necessary for people to be good? And can the world become a better place without that faith? The idea put forth by the Human Reason Society got mixed reactions here. Do you think it's possible to be good without God?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, a lot of good people do a lot of good stuff. Like my uncle, he donates to a Human Aid Society, and I put in time at this, but I don't go to church or anything like that.
God made good. Evil is nothing but of the devil. You know, I believe that you need to go to church, you need to believe in God, and you need to live a right life in order to be good.
I mean, only Christians would think that you have to have God to be good, because that's just obnoxious.
I'm here with Myron Rathbone, Southeast Regional Director of Human Reason Society. Mr. Rathbone, what are your billboards trying to say?
Well, I think we as a society of reasonable people are sick of the idea of God shoved down our throats. I mean, it's time we declared our independence from this bondage of the so-called faith. God simply is not relevant today. And the idea of knowing that it's impossible to live without a higher being teaching us how to behave should have died with a horse-drawn carriage. I mean, religion is nothing but a set of rules. I say humans can live without those rules.
But aren't rules necessary for order in society?
We make our own rules. Of course, there's basic laws of society. But what may not be good for you may not be good for me. We have our own sense of right and wrong for us. We don't need a mythical man upstairs telling us how to live for the world to be a better place.
Reverend Robert Mitchell, pastor at First Church Fayetteville, disagrees.
Well, Mr. Rathbone's comments are, like many others, a dime a dozen. Everybody has an opinion. And so when we try to base our lives on the opinions of people, we're headed down the wrong road. The true foundation for any real truth and relevance is the Word of God. And so in America, we have this tendency to think we can do anything and everything on our own. But really, we need God. And so our dependence on God is more important than anything else in our lives. And the only way we can depend on God is through His Word. So I think his opinion is like many others, a dime a dozen, and the true reality is in the Word of God.
Thank you, Morgan. In other news this morning, authorities are searching for a convict who escaped late last night from a psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane. He was currently serving a life sentence for the death of a co-worker who claimed to believe in God. During the trial, the lawyer's defense strategy proclaimed their client to be mentally insane. And after deliberation, the jury sentenced him to life without the possibility of parole. He was a known agnostic and shot his co-worker for his continuing habit of praying over his lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. We are receiving reports of a hostage situation downtown. We're taking you there live now.
I'm live downtown at a storefront building where apparently a gentleman is being held hostage. The facts are still very sketchy at this time, but what we do know so far is that the kidnapped is a convict that escaped from the psychiatric medical hospital last night. What? Wait a minute. We are now receiving information that the gentleman being held hostage is Myron Rathbone, the Southeast Regional Director of the Human Reason Society.
Oh, the gun now! God help with the gun now!
Oh my goodness. Myron Rathbone. What is Myron Rathbone? What is he saying? I can't hear what he's saying. Is he praying? It sounds like he's praying.
Father God,
Quit praying!
oh God, Mother of
Quit
Jesus,
praying!
oh,
Quit praying!
Oh my goodness. Myron Rathbone has been shot and appears to be dead. The convict ran behind the building and apparently seems to be very dangerous.
Thank you, Morgan. It appears that God may be more relevant than Mr. Rathbone thought. We will continue our coverage on the shooting that just happened downtown and interrupt with any new developments. Thank you for watching and have a good day.